to my channel. Taking a break from the vlogs this week, and we're doing an update on my Amazon Pilates machine. It's been almost a year since I got it. I feel like it's been over a year. Yeah, it's been over a year, but it's been a year since I posted that video about. So I figured I would show y'all how I use it in my different routines and things like that, and I'll answer some of your questions. So the first question that I got on that last video about the reformer is, do I think it's worth it? And I definitely think it was worth it. I want to say I paid about $300, $350 for my reformer. Since then, the price has gone up and down. I'll have it linked down below, and they are Amazon affiliate links, so I will get a little bit of commission from that. So it would mean a lot if you are thinking of purchasing one, to purchase it from my Amazon links or my storefront. But anyway, they have deals all the time. I've seen it as low as like $200 sometimes. There's different versions. There are more elevated ones that are $500. So many different ones. I personally still think it's worth it because Pilates classes are $100 plus a month, sometimes $200 a month. So you buy a reformer for a month and a half of classes versus keep paying that rate every month. To me, it just doesn't, it's not in the long run making sense. And me being a budget conscious person, this was more worth the investment than going to the classes. Now, will I sometimes still take a class to learn the different fundamentals and things like that? Yes. I am not certified in Pilates at all. When I'm at home, I just watch videos on YouTube, and to me, some movement is better than none. It doesn't have to be perfect as long as I'm not hurting myself. And the people that I watch, I believe they are certified. I'm not sure, but they've been doing it a lot longer than me, and I feel confident in them. So that brings me to the next question. Who do I watch? I will put their names specifically on the screen, but off the top of my head, the people that I am subscribed to that I watch are Holistic Movement Pilates, Des Fit, and I also look at some Legree videos, Alyssa Pope Pilates, and then there's another account called Pilates and Fitness TV. Holistic Movement Pilates is who I started watching the very first time that I've, did any type of reformer on my own. So she was my original, but the different accounts have like different levels of difficulty. So yes, other questions that I get. Okay, other questions that I get, how tall are you? I have to sit at the very edge of my torso to fit the carriage, and I'm thinking I'm going to fall up trying to get on. I am 5'2". This carriage is shorter than reformers in professional studios, I will say. I mean, you get what you pay for. Like I said, it is a budget option. It's better than just those like the boards that are on TikTok Shop, but it is a smaller, lighter version of a reformer than what is in the studio, obviously. So yes, I'm 5'2". If you are taller, I could see you having some difficulties with it. You can adjust the straps, which is nice, but the carriage itself is not super long. How's it holding up? Like I said, I've had this a little over a year now, and I think it's holding up fine. I fold it up, let it out. Sometimes I just leave it sitting out like this up against the wall, and it's held up fine. I have lost one of the these pieces that keep the legs locked. I have lost one of those. But other than that, it is holding up very well. I should use it more regularly than I do, but for a year and a half, I've moved a couple times, moved it around in my place many different times, and it's still holding up very well. I still haven't figured out how the springs or how tight to adjust the pulleys, but I love it anyway. Can you give suggestions on videos to watch? I'm a beginner, so nothing too hard. How I figured out how to adjust my straps was Holistic Movement Pilates. She has a video on her channel explaining how to adjust the straps. I recommend go watch that. And then before I get into the workout that I'm going to do today, I'll show y'all how I measure my springs with other people's springs, because this is professional Pilates machines. They basically have like a red spring, a blue spring, and then I think a green one, and those have different strengths. This operates with springs that appear to be all the same resistance level, and then it also has some yellow bungee pulleys that you can also add. So in my mind, when they say like one blue spring, I do one metal spring and one yellow pulley. If they say two blue, I'll do two springs and one or two yellow bungees. If they say like very high resistant, then I might do three springs and like two or three yellow pulleys. It really is something that you just have to figure out with practice and your abilities and you wanting to push yourself harder or not. Someone said do Pilates videos. Like I said, I'm not qualified. I'm not licensed as a Pilates instructor. I would love to be, but for right now, maybe I'll just do videos like these of how I use them, reviewing different reformers and things like that in videos, and tips and tricks on how I use it. But I don't know about instruction videos. We'll see. No, I responded to all the videos, all the questions. So yes, those are all the questions that I got on my last video. And with that, I'm gonna show y'all the springs and we'll do a workout together. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this without shaking, but this is the springs here. In my opinion, I would say if they say light resistance or a blue spring, this would be the equivalent of that. And you might want to add one of these. The way you do it is you lift up this footrest and then you add in those. So I would say either just one silver spring or a silver spring and a yellow pulley is light resistance. If they say heavier, so like two blue, I would say it would probably be in about this range, maybe even just this. Adding in these, two of these, snatching my fingers, I would say this is like a more medium to heavy, so like a red or even above a red. Like I can't even keep it out right now. This is pretty heavy. Anything more than this would be very heavy. So that's just my rule of thumb. That's what works for me. But the more you use your reformer, you can come up with your own rules of resistance. With that, let's get into the workout. We're going to do a 20-minute full body express holistic movement Pilates. Let's go. Down, you can have your head rest up or down up to you. We're going to move back, grab the loose into your hands. And then once we grab a hold of our shoulders, arms are just going to reach straight up to the ceiling. Hands are over our shoulders. We're going to bring our knees up into a tabletop position. Legs are zipped together, and we're starting with our ab curls. So on our exhale, we're going to press our arms down, nod our chin towards our chest, come right up into an abdominal curl, and then we're going to inhale, return back under control. Again, exhaling as we got it, curl left, All right, and so with that, that concludes my update on my Amazon former. Like I mentioned, it will be linked down below with a couple other versions as well. If you have any questions or suggestions for other Pilates videos I can do, please leave me a comment down below. And I hope this was helpful and informative. I hope you are loving your Amazon reformer. And I will see y'all in the next one. Stay tuned.